All right. Hello, everyone. My name is JaeAIK, and welcome to JaeAIK's Omega Striker Tournament. I'm joined by my co-host Lenoble.
Hello, everyone. How's it going?
But that's not all, folks. In the back waiting, we have two returning members from our legendary Metronome tournament in both Veko, who will be commentating, and Rugman, who will not be part of the broadcast this year, but is doing a lot of stuff for us in the background and therefore deserves recognition. We're also joined by two new faces, Swoongy, who will be joining us later in commentary, and the lovely Rin, who will be conducting interviews later tonight. Please check these lovely folks out when you get the chance, and why don't we introduce some of the players today?
All right, let's go take a look at the groups.
Starting off, we have Team Z. This group of egoists consists of Bismix, SpeedyHawk, and OhWhen, who are all ready to devour their opponents and prove that they're the best strikers here in the Neo Egoist League. I mean, the JaeAIK tournament. Next up, we have Team KCBBryan and the Catgirl enthusiasts, consisting of players KCBBryan and his glorious facial hair, Frostcaden, the professional expert in catgirls, and one of my favorite VGC players slash music making extraordinaire, Sanaito. I'm excited to see this group play on the main stage. We also have Team GSX, which also stands nicely for Ginkgo, SuperScienceSensei, and Xerzal. Ginkgo and SuperScienceSensei are probably some of the best Pokemon Unite players, and Xerzal being one of the finest Min players in Smash Ultimate. These group of gamers are looking to post and bring their experience in other games to propel them forward here in the Omega Strikers tournament. And finally, we have Team We Hate Smash, a group of Smash players consisting of Xeno, Slow, and Meowturtle. I am kind of excited to see them. They will be bringing the electric sparks, have the winds of victory. They will show some godlike plays, and they will fist their way into victory. If you somehow got that reference, feel free to message Xeno and how annoying it is to face Kazuya in Smash, and we will laugh at it. But why don't you introduce the schedule for us today, Lenoble?
All right, so here we have our match lineup for the day. Starting strong with Team Z versus Team WHS. And then we get some more performance out of Team WHS as they face off against KCB and the Catgirl enthusiasts. After a short little break, we will have Team Z versus Team GSX, followed by more Team Z versus KCB and the Catgirl enthusiasts. Lastly, we have KCB and the Catgirls enthusiasts versus GSX. And finishing off our lovely day one, we will have WHS versus GSX. And now, as you know, here on the main broadcast, we will be broadcasting all of these games. However, some of our lovely players have decided to stream their perspective. And so here we can take a look at some of the players. If you would like to watch their perspective, please go and check out their individual perspectives.
Perfect.
All right. And we will go to a short intermission before going into game one. All right. Oh, one sec. Looks like there is a mix-up. Hang on.
Can you stream your OBS?
All right, here we are. We had a bit of a mix-up with the game system. So we will be watching the game off of SpeedyHawk's stream.
It's sometimes the game likes to give us spectator bugs, and we were fully ready for it. That's why we just kind of let a bunch of other streamers just stream it, because we were fully expecting something like this to happen. But but what happened while we were gone though is Team WHS did manage to score to start with, but
Yeah.
it was a very close first round.
Mm-hmm. Looks like there's another goal for Team WHS, as we will be getting into the commentary for this game, hopefully.
Yeah. Like I was fully expecting something like this to happen, and you know, I guess it's better that it happens for game one than it is for the rest of the games, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. So
But
we got the
we
ball
have
passing out through midfield here. Gonna go into a flip over there from your adopted Zerg.
But that's slow. That's slow.
That's slow? Okay.
Yeah, that's slow.
From slow.
So, what's interesting about these two teams, though, is that they were the main kind of scrim partners for each other. So, they are very familiar with how each other plays. So it will be kind of fun to see how this sort of shapes out between the two teams.
Mm-hmm. This is possibly the two most practiced teams we have in the tournament.
Yeah, they were pretty much grinding the game almost every night. But out of all the characters that I've seen, I haven't really seen Speedy play Estelle that often.
Mm-hmm.
So it is pretty interesting to see him go for this pick here.
Usually it's on Aimee, however, we did miss ban phase, so it could be that
It
they
could
have
be banned. It could be banned.
targeted
Yes.
out SpeedyHawk's deadly Aimee.
SpeedyHawk's Aimee is a threat.
Mm-hmm. All
Here
right,
we go,
starting off
set two.
game two. Set two. Ball just being passed around midfield here. Not either side, not really giving up the pressure.
Now the rune pick is interesting here though, because it is pretty well known for a lot of, at least for the high elo players, that rune isn't exactly the greatest pick, but I feel like they are kind of using rune pretty interestingly here.
All right, ball being bounced back and forth up top, coming in with trying to get a very aggressive play with the rune down bottom, but it doesn't look like WHS is giving them the chance. Bismix able to block off that attack with the fortress.
Through all our practice times playing together, Biz has kind of Biz has been kind of that goalie that I think a lot of people have been scared of. So it is finally nice to see him kind of be able to play on stage, though Team WHS is maneuvering around them very nicely.
Mm-hmm. It looks like currently Team WHS's offense is sort of overwhelming Team Z here. However, we will see how that progresses as these sets move forward. SpeedyHawk now being able to go on the offensive is not able to pressure that in. However, OhWhen up top with the rune support kicking it into the bouncer. It barely misses the second bouncer up top.
And Rune is pretty interesting because he gets to just put down a bunch of walls, I feel like. So just being able to cut off areas is pretty cool against this team, especially since they are going with Vice, who can just put down a teleport.
And Rune goes down there.
This Juliet is proving to be a big threat for Team Z.
We saw Rune go down there, and as well, SpeedyHawk is on very, very low HP. Magic Maelstrom gonna push out the ball into the bouncer, opening up Team Z's goal. SpeedyHawk going down. OhWhen is in a place to put some pressure on. However, I think they do need to go onto the defensive, which they do. Biz just barely able to hit the ball out, but it comes back with the rebound into the goal, making it 0-2 for WHS. Will Team Z be able to shore up their defenses? Let's see.
Now, I do think Team Z does have pretty decent scalers depending on which items appear towards the end. Because Rune can do some devastating amounts of utility and damage depending on depending on the items that are available later on. But that also kind of depends on the items that he's able to get, right? Because there are also just a bunch of items that just aren't that great for him.
So. He's a very item-dependent character, and so as such, he can snowball really hard with the right setup. However, currently, with only one item, which isn't not the greatest on him, he is very much struggling to put in those goals.
I also do think we need to bring some attention to Mr. Meowturtle here. Doing a very good job in the midfield, I feel like.
Yes, that midfield Estelle is absolutely horrifying at putting on the pressure. Magic Maelstroms left and right going to push the ball in. Perfect setups, perfect angles. I don't think Biz can keep up with this pressure. Ball flip gonna be denied right there. Bismix still, though, showing that he is iron solid in those defenses.
I mean, Biz was touted as the best goalie.
But look, once again, Meowturtle just has the right angle, the right tools, and the right timing to just sneak that goal past Biz.
Agreed.
The game's not over yet.
Very
Unstoppable.
solid plays.
Unstoppable coming in as the infinite item pool right here. Gonna be really good for both SpeedyHawk and OhWhen, as they have been pressured heavily by the enemy Juliet.
I just feel like the meta right now is just give Juliet access to her damage and you are good to go. And Era is just fantastic at just enabling Juliet to just get in there and deal a bunch of damage, right? So
however, having both of Team Z's forwards with that Unstoppable is going to heavily hinder Juliet's effectiveness at getting those knockouts. As such, we can see that right now, Team Z, for the first time in a while, is able to open up the goal as their forwards are able to safely move into a more aggressive position without the risk of dying to Juliet.
now here is one interesting thing about this the Rune Juliet matchup is that Rune can effectively nullify almost everything in Juliet's kit as long as he has his teleport cooldown up.
Ooh, that Juliet going on the offensive against Biz, though. Look at that play.
Ooh,
wow. 1-2 on the bouncers, and then straight into the goal. What a brutal offensive play. Bismix just could not hold on to that goal.
That one was a tough one. Because Juliet does have lingering hitboxes in her attacks. So even if you do hit it back, Juliet just basically gets another free strike in.
Looks like the Juliet said, well, you guys have Unstoppable, so, well, I'm just gonna go and bully the goalkeeper now.
That is classic bruiser gameplay.
When one target is not open, you go for the next best one.
It's whoever doesn't have Unstoppable, they just get in and just punch that person, right? Now, I do also want to give credit to Xeno here. Xeno has put in a lot of time into learning Vice, and I feel like his Vice goalie has just been really, really solid. Being able to teleport in, put down the big Nunu ultimate. It is very threatening. But both goals open now.
SpeedyHawk walking up. There's the core flip. Straight into the goal. Perfect setup. A great pass by OhWhen up to SpeedyHawk, who had the meter ready to go. Is this the comeback we've been waiting for?
I do feel like Unstoppable has really put in work for Team Z here.
That Juliet not being able to pressure the forwards, like we've said before, is allowing for Team Z to push them onto the defensive, like they are here. A back and forth from OhWhen and Xeno. However, Xeno wasn't able to keep up with all the pressure, despite his team being around him and just pushing that in. I definitely think that is the Unstoppables coming into play here, being able to get the forwards safely into position.
And also, OhWhen also just putting a lot of pressure with his Rune ultimate, being able to banish people, just putting people out of commission. That has also just been, I feel like, putting a lot of relief, I guess. I don't know if that's even the correct word to say here, just in terms of how much damage Juliet seems to be doing here. But Juliet putting a lot of pressure, even with the Unstoppable.
Yeah, being able to just be up in Biz's face, putting on that offense. And as we said earlier, Meowturtle is perfectly in sync, able to kind of cover those off angles and look for a sneaky goal here and there.
Ooh.
SpeedyHawk going down right there. Biz is on the defense, however, Biz's defensive skills pay off there, and they're able to actually push the ball into the bouncer, and Owen lines up the burst shot right into the goal. This is the Team Z comeback we've been waiting for. All right.
They were able to turn that 0 into a 1 finally, and were able to push in and finally get a game off of Team We Hate Smash.
Uh-huh.
Now, there are a bunch of interesting options here in terms of items. Rune obviously wants to go for creations here, especially on a small map where his little fields of control, his pockets of control, are just that much easier to control. Bis obviously going for a little bit of size to help, with the defense, because they have been relentless in terms of pressure. And Juliet obviously going for bulk up to increase more power to hopefully break through the Unstoppable that they picked up from an earlier round.
Also a bit sneaky there is the Timeless Creations from Estelle there. That pickup's going to let those Magic Maelstroms be so much more deadly than before.
That is true too. Magic
A strong offense off the gate from Owen and SpeedyHawk. SpeedyHawk is just able to walk that ball right in past Zeno's nose. That was beautiful.
They just needed 2 rounds to calibrate, and they are here to show. They are here to show.
They started off a bit cold, but now their hands are warm, and now we're getting into some good games here.
That was such a sneaky angle from Rune earlier.
Look at all this pressure, though. They're really forcing WHS on the defense here, and when all 3 members are kind of congregated up top, for instance, to defend against the attack, they're able to pass it just perfectly down to Biz and just swap that offense onto the bottom lane.
I do also want to bring attention to Slow. I feel like Slow's really targeting Speedy here a lot. So I feel like Owen's just been able to just kind of have a lot of free reign into doing whatever he wants to do here. Ooh, good puck flip.
Slow's really been on Biz the entire time here. However, I don't know how much that is paying off. The goal is open for WHS, and the offense is on. That puck staying in the middle there, just kind of sitting there for a bit. WHS gonna bring their entire team on the offense, paying off, breaking that bumper. Burst almost goes in. Now we see Team Z on the offense.
Now, Estelle, as long as Estelle can line up these shots, she can stagger both the goalie and the puck at the same time to get those sneaky goals in. I don't know if that's what Speedy's going for, but looks like he's looking for those angles here. And once again, Bis putting in the finest work of defense. This is why he was touted as the best goalie before the tournament here. But I mean, Team WHS, with that being said, has been really been able to break through.
I see that they've just been able to walk their entire team up, kind of going, well, your offense is really strong. Screw your offense. We're just not going to defend, and we're just going to pressure you guys.
Now, again, these were the 2 main practice partners. So they do know how each other plays. So it is really fun to see them kind of just trying to metagame each other as well.
Yeah, we can see that each player is multiple layers inside of each other's heads. Rune gonna banish that ball for a bit of respite there. Gonna basically reset the state of the game here. We're just seeing stuff bounce around midfield. However, Team Z has the advantage here with both bumper up. but the core
Ooh.
flip gonna be denied there from Biz. However,
Wow.
Juliet is barely able to save that ball using all of the meter from the flip.
That was a phenomenal save. That was a phenomenal puck.
Oh!
Oh.
Juliet able to bounce that off of the rune banish. I think that's what that was. Able to get that just right, just in there. Juliet showing how impressive her flurry of blows really is when it comes to getting that ball advantage.
That was an incredible save. That was a great save. But Team Z also does have a puck flip on one of their forwards here. So as long as they can pressure Xeno here, they do have the chance to just kind of bring it back. Ooh,
Yeah, Xeno there walking up, using his puck flip, trying to break some of the defense here, unable to get through.
Now I do feel like Speedy is taking a lot of the pressure here as well. Another puck flip available for Team Xeno, so maybe it wasn't all that bad that Xeno pushed forward over there.
I think they're just trying to not conserve resources. They have the game advantage, and so they can just kind of throw things at the wall, see what sticks. OhWhen there, able to use his boot, able to use the puck flip, able to use that burst, breaking the goal open. Now let's see if they're able to get the ball in, get the puck in. Biz gonna try and puck flip, not gonna go very far. Team Z's goal is now open. However, SpeedyHawk able to sneak it past Xeno once more.
Speedy's been real sneaky with these shots.
You can see it at the start of every game too. He's able to use that Estelle projectile and just sneak in those 1 or 2 goal breaks at the start, just like that, where we see both goals go off. That little bit of angle in that bumper, able to just bounce 1 and 2, opening the goal for Team Z.
That is the scenario that Team Z were looking for in order to kind of reset, I guess, go into Game 5 here. But good defense still from Team We Hate Smash.
SpeedyHawk gonna teleport in right there and just put on that insane aggression that we've seen all game. Gonna push it into the goal. That's gonna equalize the game 2-2. We are now at match point round.
Oh my god, and there's stacks on stacks.
Stacks on stacks. We've got specialized training, twin drive, a bunch of good stuff all around here.
Yeah, we have some very powerful items here. Oh, they're gonna give stacks on stacks to Biz here. That's interesting.
Yeah, Biz gonna get his home field advantage. Gonna get his racial bonus here for being a pancake YouTube content creator.
A pancake himself. Yeah, he gets extra speed.
This was actually added in the last patch, where Biz himself actually gets bonus stats when he has stacks on stacks. Only Biz does.
It is super rigged, yeah.
SpeedyHawk just gonna show the amazing offense he's capable of, just within seconds able to break both of the bouncers, opening up the goal there.
Ooh. I can see what Speedy was going for there as an Estelle player myself, but just the angle was just a little bit off. But we can respect the effort.
There, once more, just barely not getting it in. However, SpeedyHawk is low on HP, which does put a giant red flag over his head for the Juliet there. Gonna pull back and reset health.
Now,
however, during that time where the SpeedyHawk's offense was dropped, WHS was able to push their own offense and open up the goal for an entirely clear field now. Ooh.
And then the
right
puck
there,
flip.
Juliet able to get that puck flip. So we can still see, despite the unstoppable, Julia is still able to push people back, not being able to get the kills, but push people back, and then opening up their own offensive plays.
Now, I do also want to mention that I feel like Speedy's aggression is now being a little bit more punished, I want to say, by Slow here. Might not be able to kill because they have Unstoppable, but the amount of pressure that Slow is still putting on to Speedy here has been paying off, I feel like.
We see a swap of strategy here, and we do see it paying off right now.
Ooh, good defense still.
Puck bouncing back and forth, just dancing between the bumpers. They're able to get it in.
And one thing.
The Juliet.
Ooh, wow.
with the slide right into the goal, able to hit the ball. Biz hits it back, but he has the slide tackle to just kick the puck back into the goal.
No, it is match point. So I am expecting to see either them be kind of greedy for resources if they really do think that they can really bring it back, or them to just kind of blow everything and see if they can make it for
SpeedyHawk able to just absolutely destroy Julia and return the favor that he's been given this entire game. And with the burst flip open, what can he do here? SpeedyHawk able with the
sneak in.
Able with that fan, gonna just tap that ball into the goal.
I do also want to note here that like Xeno has been really good with the eject button vice goalie here, being able to teleport in and then immediately get back into position. I feel like that has just being able to turn situations from a 2v3 into just a quick 3v2 that has been, or like a 2v2 into a 3v2 that has been really cool to see from Xeno.
Yeah. We do see a lot of offensive plays, a lot of movement around the field, which is really nice, as well as that OhWhen being really good on Rune. SpeedyHawk.
Wow.
Being able to sneak it in again past the defense. Speedy is just getting into their head.
We are at match point. This is the final game, match point.
Of Team Z versus WHS. We hate Smash. Let's see how it plays out.
Now, it would really...
Right off top, SpeedyHawk's pressure is going to immediately be able to open up a bumper. Magic Maelstrom going to stop that powered up shot from Biz to push it in. However, SpeedyHawk able to bring it back in, actually kills Xeno with the projectile. Oh my god! Oh my god! SpeedyHawk able to put on the pressure.
Oh
my god! What a play! What a game! That was absolutely insane.
That was
crazy. SpeedyHawk pulling something awakened in him there. Gets one bumper, two bumpers, immediately is able to hit it in. Looks like SpeedyHawk's game crashed here. His game could not handle the plays. Absolutely brutal. Alright, Jay. That was quite the game one.
That was a crazy game one.
Let's move over and see how the current group standings are.
Wow, that I honestly didn't expect any less from our game one, especially since these were, like I said, these were the two main practice partners between each other. So just being able to see them come in, show this level of play, that was just so much fun to watch.
That truly was. That was an exhilarating game one. Unfortunately, we did have those technical problems, so we couldn't hear all the amazing sound effects this game has to offer. But regardless, that was absolutely exhilarating.
All right.
I'm looking forward to the rest of the games here in the tournament.
I am too. But before we can get into the next game, why don't we go on a quick intermission as we set up for game two.
All right, welcome to game 2 here.
Featuring We Hate Smash and KCB and the Catgirl enthusiast. Very fun team. Very fun team. And the Juliet band coming from Team We Hate Smash, it looks like. And and you have the so we have different perspectives. Tripped me up for a second. But yeah, it looks like Team KCB, they're obviously
the perspective by hitting W. But yeah. Here we go. So, Team We Hate Smash gonna come out with Kai goalie, Rasmus and Juliet as forwards, with the opposite team having Estelle, Jaime, and Vice as their goalie.
I mean, were we expecting anything else, though? Were we expecting anything else out of KCB and the Catgirl enthusiasts?
Right off the gate, we're going to see some absolutely insane offense from what you'd expect from an Jaime Rasmus forward right there.
Now, I do wanna mention that Slow, on screen his name is Your Adopted, sorry, is one of the best Rasmus players that I've ever had the pleasure of playing with. It is very nice to see him be able to play this on stage, and you are no longer going to be able to play Rasmus after this game, probably.
Even though Meowturtle last round was taken out, Slow doesn't even care, is able to just sneak by himself the puck past the goals.
Now, I do think the one thing that Team Xeno does really well is they're able to just kind of like work around Slow's positioning super nicely. I think Meowturtle is just really complementing the movements of Slow super nicely. But that isn't to say that Team KCB, they aren't. It isn't to say that they aren't playing well either. I feel like they are defending super well here.
Like we said with the last game, it takes a bit for certain teams to get calibrated. And here we see that KCB might just be warming up here.
It also does take a little bit to calibrate against Erasmus as well. So once they're able to figure that out, I feel like the Team KCB is back in it.
All right, Rasmus MVP. We get to hear that lovely Rasmus Castlevania-esque theme.
The Castlevania theme. So lots of good abilities here. Rapid Fire on Kai, one of the best, I think, for Kai. Twin Drive, another really good one, and Prime Time for Rasmus. Lots of great items here.
Yeah, lots of just direct damage and direct offensive buffs here. None of those defensive items really came up here. So we're looking to see a really aggressive round 2 right here.
Yep, no defense, only offense. This is the kind of games that I like.
Meowturtle once again able to just sneak that in. Like we saw from the first game. Slow and Meowturtle just have an absolutely fantastic synergy. They're able to pass to each other and perfectly spot when there's an opportunity for just the sneakiest goals ever.
And here we go. Team KCB breaking the enemy goal. Now this map is also just, I feel like, one of the harder maps to play on in general because it is the biggest map available.
Yeah, Athens does have that giant bumper as well, which is really, really easy to just lose immediately. Firewall Sentry there from Meowturtle, able to pressure KCB's defense and have Slow walk it in.
Now, I do think as long as Team KCB is able to just maneuver around Slow's aggression, they still have a chance here.
Yes. Xeno is on a Kai goalie here. That means they are very weak to offensive plays. However, their offense their offense from their side is absolutely oppressive here. MVP gonna swap over from slow to Meowturtle. Both forwards having a chance to shine here.
Now on this map particularly, the orb items are all really good, I feel like. So
there are just so many orbs to pick up.
But I guess everyone just wants aerial because it is still just a good item to have. So
it offers so many stats: enhanced dash, enhanced movement skill, more projectile range. What more could you want?
I mean, everyone here does have those, so. Now putting double skills to start. Ooh.
We see both sides. Oh, Firewall Sentry trying to just push it in with that Aimi Firewall Sentry, not able to.
I feel like both Aimis have been putting some great Firewall Sentries here. Ooh, try to go for the stagger and slow coming in with that Raisin spin. That is hard to defend against.
The assist, the pressure from Meowturtle and the assist from Slow, just so much offense there. I don't think any goalie could keep up with that.
Yeah, that one is a tough one to position against, but I do feel like I do feel like Team KCB is starting to grasp what they need to do, which is just the pressure slow out of his comfort range, which is just being in front of the goalie and just mashing buttons.
Once again, those Firewall Sentries from Meowturtle able to just snipe the puck from halfway across the map.
Right. Starting off strong for Team KCB here. Putting a lot of
Slow
pressure onto Slow.
Yeah, Slow taking a lot of damage here. You could get knocked out. However, he is returning the damage and as well putting the puck in. I don't know if that was intentional or if that was just a good pass from Meowturtle while Slow was pressuring.
That was a great round from Team We Hate Smash.
Yeah, Team We Hate Smash just able to show off their absolute dominance and team synergy, taking a rather quick victory against KCB. Let us go take a look at how the standings are.
Now, I do want to mention that this is one of the tougher maps to just kind of play on in general, just because the map is so big. So it was a tough one. It was a tough one. Just on a map choice level.
Yeah, that map is very large. The bumpers are very large, and there's just not enough things in the middle. All that open space is just wasted and primed for some hungry aggression. All
right, why don't we quickly throw it over to our next segment here. We talked to a lot of the players that were available here. We put them on the spot, so why don't we go and cut to that right now.
Here we go.
Dubu, come on, he's right there.
It's X. Obviously X.
I have not touched any other character but Juno.
Probably Era. The witch hat, the oversized witch hat is always such a staple of character design. It's really hard to look at a big witch hat and be like, damn, that's a bad character design.
Dude, it has to be Ramses, bro. This guy is swag. If your teammates are not doing what you want them to do, you can just like hook the ball and do it yourself. Best character, bro.
I really like Aimi. I love Catgirl. She has one of the best themes in the game, and she feels like she could do the most on the field.
Oh, I fucking love Vice, bro. I love cheesing and not having skill in playing the game.
My favorite character is Octavia. I mean, she's fast. She's very fluid to control. She allows a lot of ball control, and I think because of that, it's just I can do more of what I want.
So far, I really like Juliet. I really like taking the opportunist role and just beating the shit out of people.
I view myself as a cultured Estelle main. I've intentionally bought the skin from the current battle pass just so my opponents had something nice to look at after I score a bunch of goals.
Trollish, Gremlin,
annoying.
Aggressive, risky, rambunctious.
Tactical, offensive, slightly noobish.
Did I do 4? No thoughts, head empty.
First word gotta be swag. Second word kinda has to be selfish. And third word's gonna be effective.
Concise, calculated, and aggressive.
Fueled by alcohol.
Explosive, excessive, extraordinary. That's me, baby.
Obviously, team WHS, so we hate Smash, specifically slow. I feel like he is the best player on there. I think he'll be a good challenge.
Dude, I want to beat the shit out of Aku. I mean, he's already lost in crew battle that we did. It was international versus USA, and we 10-0 sweeped his fucking ass.
Everyone, mostly. I don't know how everyone in this tournament plays, but it'll be nice to go against them for once.
I really want to play against Speedy. Mr. SpeedyHawk himself. I love playing with Speedy because we shit talk each other a lot. Whenever we're in like a Discord or something or some kind of game, we shit talk each other.
Bro, I'm trying to get some rematches against Speedy because he was fucking cooking me on quick play, and I gotta give him back to him.
Speedy and Bismix, we play with these guys like when we first joined up the server. They're pretty good, but like it's kind of just letting them know that they're not gonna make it to the finals.
Bismix, he kind of hurt my feelings when I first came to this server, not gonna lie, but I think we leveled up now, bro.
I think I'm most looking forward to facing off against Bismix. I played a few practice matches with him. He was my goalie, and he was putting in the work out there. We had teamwork going on, but I'm gonna have to face off against him on the other side of the ring, and I'm nervous and excited to see how that goes.
I really want to play Bismix, which I think day one we are, which is convenient because I wanted to give him the title of his next video. I tried playing Omega Strikers and lost a lot.
No one. I guess another Dubu player. Dubu mirror would be pretty sick.
Most underrated player? Well, it's probably me, really. Everyone's not gonna be looking at me because, you know, I'm playing on ping and all, but I got this.
I gotta say, it might be Pavise. Pavise just kind of showed up out of nowhere that one night that like this was all kind of organized. Immediately, like the game sense like clicked for him. Like you could tell just from like those scrims we played that night, it all made sense in his head.
I guess myself. I might do weird things in this game, but I feel like I might have the potential myself.
Underrated player, I honestly think it's at least in our pool, and I think it's honestly Ginkgo. I think Ginkgo is super underrated. I think everybody should be on him.
The most underrated player? You know, I think like if you're talking about it from the YouTuber's perspective, Bismix is like the funny clips guy, right? But man, that guy's got some fucking sauce, man.
Bismix because he underrates himself.
Most underrated player? Probably Armada.
Me, because I have not that many hours, but I have a lot of heart. But if anime has taught me anything, that's all I actually need to win.
That'd be my forward, my leader, my god, slow. Yeah, no, he's super good. His Ramses, you know.
Me? They don't know me yet. That's why I'm the most underrated.
Well, I don't know, man. I'm looking at that Armada guy, player. I don't know, man. I don't think he's all that. You know, I think he's a little
Carry. Most overrated player, bro. That's Zelfie. That has to be Zelfie, bro. He's not even. People aren't even talking about it, but he's still overrated. Cause he ain't playing shit. I got him into the game, and I still have to teach him a lesson, bro.
The most overrated player? I'm definitely gonna have to call out Speedy. You know, he's a little too in over his head right now.
Overrated, definitely Bopper. Can't say I've played against him, but I've heard the rumors that he's got the sauce, and I just don't believe it. He's a professor, and he's trying to come out here on the ring. Like, back in your lane, man.
Yo, Speedy, bro. I played with this guy, bro. Got MVP every time, because obviously I did.
Overrated player? You know, Slow talks a lot of smack. And, you know, I think he's like around high rank, but yeah, he doesn't really deserve it.
He's really good, but I also think Slow is really overrated. I think he needs a lot of help, and that kind of goes into how much their team's kind of supporting him, but not really. He's good, just not that good.
Also, Bismix, bro. Like, he says he's like rookie and like and bronze and all that, but I think he's actually like worse than that. He has his own tier. You know what I'm saying?
I talked up Biz being the best goalie. I think we can break him. I think we can break his defenses.
All right, here we are.
And welcome back.
Welcome to Game 3, where we have Team Z versus Team GSX.
Now,
looks like Team Z is gonna ban Juno, while GSX saw SpeedyHawk's aggressive Estelle in the first game and said, "We don't want any of that."
And they just watched on the spot where Ginkgo basically just outed himself as a Juno one trick. But here's the sauce that I know that not many other people know. Ginkgo also has a Zentaro in his back pocket.
Ooh, we get to potentially see some Zentaro here.
So I think we might see Zentaro happen here in this game.
All right. Looks like we'll get to see Owen's Rune again, as well as Bismix Dubu, but SpeedyHawk now gets to show off his Aimi. On the other side, we do get to see that Zentaro that you mentioned.
Now, from my time playing MOBAs with Ginkgo, he has been a very, very aggressive player. So I do think a character like Zentaro does fit his playstyle, just on a fundamental level when it comes to MOBAs.
Both sides with the Dubu defense for their goalies.
Biz basically getting what he wished for here, right? With the Dubu mirror.
He gets to have his Dubu face off.
Ooh. Now, I do want to bring some attention to SuperScienceSensei because I've been watching a little bit of their practice sessions in order to prepare for this tournament. SuperScienceSensei has been a solid goalie from what I've been able to see. Really able to complement both Ginkgo and Xerzal's aggressive playstyle.
Yeah, look at him just keep up with the offensive duo of SpeedyHawk and Owen. However, SpeedyHawk still able to sneak in those funky goals, sets up the firewall sentry to kind of bounce the ball back to him, and then have him just kick it in. That was a very clean play. Not sure if it was intentional, but we'll just assume it was.
Everything's intentional until they say it isn't. That's the kind of rules with MOBAs.
Ooh, Bismix kind of caught the puck on the inside of his fortress there. Isn't going to get punished for that, however, is going to open up his own goal.
Now, it will... Now, SuperScienceSensei also showing some great defense here. But there is a few puck flips on Team Z's side of things.
It looks like both sides have their meters almost filled. Bismix gonna spend his puck flip, is gonna be rewarded by breaking the bumper.
Now Speedy still does have the puck flip here. So does OhWhen. Oh, good
Oh!
wall. Oh my god.
Bismix's fortress right there, protecting not only the goal, but also denying Ginkgo his flip. He didn't get to kick the ball here. That's
Here's
brutal.
Here's the thing. You know how we were talking about how things aren't intentional until, or like unintentional until we say it is?
Uh-huh.
That wall placement was 100% unintentional.
Look at that. OhWhen gonna be able to use his flip, his burst shot to get a clean goal on the bottom of Team GSX.
Now, I do feel like I mean, this is the second time we're seeing this map just in general, but in Athens specifically, it is super important to have both your forwards kind of covering both sides. So
yeah, it's such an open map. There are so many angles of attack here.
This map is so big. This map is huge.
Oh, SpeedyHawk able to use that glitch pop right at the edge of the map. Gonna grab a knockout on Xerzal right there. Can they push their advantage here?
Ooh, good banish.
Ginkgo
is
banished into the setup from Biz, into the fortress, gonna knock him straight off the map. Once again, Team GSX is down a player, but can Team Z get anything during that time? Looks like they can't. The defense from SuperScienceSensei is just absolutely impenetrable right now.
Just wanna give a quick shout out to how patient SuperScienceSensei is playing, even with all this pressure right in his face.
Yeah, look at all of the projectiles, all of the stuff going on. He is able to keep up with all of this.
Ooh, but OhWhen.
Finally, that large bumper on GSX is going to go down. That stayed up way longer than it needed to. Another glitch pop from SpeedyHawk, able to knock out Xerzal once again. Ooh, the trade of the bursts, the flips back and forth.
That was an insane shot in. That was an insane shot in. I know the score says 3-0, but these were all very close matches.
SpeedyHawk had a couple really lucky just knockouts there, where he saw the right angle, he saw the right opportunities, threw out a projectile, managed to get a KO, and at the third time that happened, he is finally able to have that payoff in the form of a goal, in the form of round one, taking the round 1 point.
Now, I also do want to point out that Zentaro is one of the hardest scalers in the game with items. There's not a lot of bad items for Zentaro. Zentaro can really just go for a lot of the items and just deal a bunch of damage like he's supposed to. So, as the game goes, expect to see Zentaro becoming much more of a threat.
However, we did see, because I'm not sure if it was Biz sniping it or not. However, Bismix did pick up the build different over SuperScienceSensei. That may just be preference.
I do think it is one of Dubu's better better items, just because size does seem to scale better with Dubu than other characters.
Especially on this map too.
Yeah,
where you definitely need that size just to kind of like cover the massive goal here. SpeedyHawk trying to walk it in with the firewall sentry is able to get both sides Sensei and the puck out of there. What a fantastic setup. What a fantastic angle. That was sick.
I mean, we're seeing why Rune Aimi is such a good combo here. Just being able to set up a turret, and then Rune just puts down a wall where they can't push back, and it's
and
nuts.
Plus, with Bismix slightly walking up, putting up that Tofu Fortress, in kind of the middle of the map. They have so many just obstacles that they can just put down and use to their advantage. In a couple ways, it's almost like they have an extra teammate with all of these extra things going on. OhWhen just able to walk up to Science Sensei there and say, "No, no, no! You're not kicking that puck out of there. This is a goal."
I mean, they've been really doing really well with kind of just stacking their abilities together, just in unison between Rune and Aimee here. I mean, if I remember correctly, like Speedy and OhWhen have known each other for forever, so just kind of being able to see that synergy in their gameplay here is really cool to see.
Mm-hmm. We can definitely see it pay off here with just how in sync they are.
A little bit of a blunder from SuperScienceSensei. Ooh, good puck flip from Bis as well.
Able to get that puck out of there, saving the bumper for later.
Ooh, great reaction time from SuperScienceSensei.
Back and forth, SuperScienceSensei. However, Speedy and OhWhen are just able to kick that puck up and down, up and down. SuperScienceSensei has to walk so far across this map to defend the entire goal that he's just unable to keep up.
Now, we are kind of at this point where I think we might start to see some orb pickups here, but stacks on stacks not going through at all either. But we also do have to remember that SuperScienceSensei on the other team does have the orb sharing item that I'm completely forgetting the name of. So Orb Dancer here will grant speed to everyone on his team.
However, SpeedyHawk picking up Monumentalist on the Infinite right there. That's going to be absolutely insane with Firewall Sentry. The Firewall Sentry we've already seen dominate this game is just going to get so much more stronger.
But,
look at that also... massive Firewall Sentry. So oppressive.
But I do want to note that Bis also did pick up racial buffs again, where he did get stacks on stacks, so...
We are seeing the biased advantage here from the pancake buff.
Yeah. No one denying stacks on stacks either.
Yeah,
against
despite being down Xerzal for so long, they've only now lost their bumper. So SuperScienceSensei's defense seems to be able to keep up now.
I think it just takes a little while to calibrate, you know? So
definitely teams which have played, who have had the time to warm up today. It looks like they do have a slight advantage. However, that doesn't mean that the game is purely in their favor, as we can see right now. SpeedyHawk's Firewall Sentry not being really helpful to their team at all there. We're going to go into overtime here. Well. Everyone's faster, the puck's faster. Let's see how this goes. On such an open field as Athens, anything can go. Look at that. You just can't cover every single angle.
That was a great pass from SpeedyHawk there over to OhWhen, who can just kind of push it into the goal.
Now
Ginkgo does need levels here, so I am expecting and hoping to see him kind of get some experience in hopes to catch up. But these rune setups have been kind of crazy on OhWhen's part.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but it looks like Team Z's front lineup has just been able to get slightly more action, which has resulted in this snowball effect of levels.
OhWhen has the puck flip and great reaction from SuperScienceSensei. I feel like you just can't reaction check SuperScienceSensei here. He's just.
I feel like he was just ready for that. He saw OhWhen has the burst there, and he was like, okay, I got mine ready. We're gonna just wait it out. Ginkgo finally able to pick up a kill. However, SuperScienceSensei kind of doesn't have the speed there to go and pick up the puck once again from that massive map that we've been talking about this whole game.
Yeah. It's just hard to cover both top and bottom, especially with how well OhWhen and Speedy seem to be passing to each other.
They're aiming. It looks like they're aiming like almost exclusively for the corners, which makes it so much harder for anyone to properly defend. Ginkgo gonna go super aggressive with the flip there. Gonna take out the bumper. Let's see if they can get anything off of this. It's kind of an all or nothing right there. Able to destroy OhWhen there up top. It looks like the puck is in their court. Tofu Fortress and Firewall Sentry are going to kind of block off any chance of aggression there and allow for OhWhen to get back up and onto the field. That rune setup with the banish, with the obstacle, so oppressive.
Rune really making it difficult for SuperScienceSensei to play here. Just being able to cover both angles at once, just really making it difficult. But
look at Bismix walking up by himself, leaving the goal to Speedy. He has the puck flip. That's what he was after. However, SuperScienceSensei, once again, they're ready with the deny. But SpeedyHawk is able to get that angle from across the map. Even when Speedy's acting as temporary goalkeeper, he's still getting those aggressive goals in there.
that was just, you know, even though it was a 3-0, those were some very close games from Team
Ginkgo. That was a 3-0. However, it was definitely not a 3-0 in terms of intensity. Back and forth, I feel like there were so many close calls there. I'm excited to see how JaeAIK's is able to play for their next couple of games, because they do have a couple games lined up.
I mean, SuperScienceSensei just really, you know, showing why he's one of the better Pokemon Unite players as well. Just like being able to show up with reactions in this game is super important, and just important in MOBAs in general, and you can kind of see that experience come through. But I think that's it from me and Linopal for right now. We're gonna take a quick break, and once we're back, you're going to see a new set of casters in Suungi and Veko. I'm going to be signing off for now, and I will see you guys later.
Same here. We will see you at the end of the day. Yeah.
Perfect.
Awesome. Well, these have been a crazy set of games. This is me, Swungi, and joined by yours truly, Becco, as well.
Hello.
So we got some crazy games coming out from Team Z. On that first set of matches was an absolute whirlwind of emotions. The next game followed after that may have seemed a little bit one-sided, but I think it was still a bit closer, and Team KCB and the Cat Enthusiasts obviously enjoying themselves, and I'm expecting to see a great showing out of them in the next match.
Yeah, I think the main takeaway from the first three rounds is definitely, I think the more offensive team is definitely the one that is like taking a lot of the wins. Definitely the early aggression, especially in the maps where there's only one barrier. I think if there's only one barrier and you just play hyper aggressive, then you kind of just like own the entire field at that point.
Yeah, no, I think that's a very great point that you make there, because I mean, I think in those three matches, like you're just saying, I think what you're saying is just really showing through the matches we've seen so far. So it'll be exciting to see what other team comps come out in these next matches, and if players decide to change up the next game plan, or if they're going to be sticking to similar characters, or if they're playing off of bans. So it's interesting to see everyone's play style and seeing how unique and differently people are playing.
Yeah, I think, yeah, definitely, like, going to the next three rounds, I think the takeaway is, like, I think all, like, it's definitely both aggression, but also the goalkeepers so far have been, like, really impressive. I think there's definitely been, like, kind of the first three rounds, I mean, there was a lot of offensive plays as well, but for me, I think a lot of the goalkeeping was really impressive. A lot of puck flips that were just, you know, like, pixel perfect.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see. I believe Team Z, now with having 2 wins, I do believe that they are confirmed to make it into an advancing to the next stage. So I'm excited to see which next team will be joining them.
Oh, they confirmed in now.
Yeah, I believe Team Z is confirmed in.
No, they're not confirmed in if there's a tiebreaker, isn't it?
Oh, you are completely right. With the tiebreaker situation, it could seem like we could potentially run into a different situation.
However, I do think a tiebreaker scenario is unlikely because Team Z, yeah, I don't know. I think Team Z did have like the amazing comeback in the first game as well, so they are like a bit propped up on points. What are they? I think they're totaling 16 points at the moment, which is pretty good. I think the only team that has more points than them is Team WHS, which has like 21, I think. So, like, I don't know. I think that would be the most likely tiebreaker, like looking at the current standings. But to be fair, we haven't seen all the teams play in Group 1. So, but I don't know. I think, yeah, right now, I think Team Z is looking like definitely the top team.
Yeah, so next up we have Team Z with Bismix, SpeedyHawk, and OhWhen versus Team KCB and the Cat Enthusiast, KCBBryan, Frostcaden, and Sanaito. And hopefully we'll see a good showing out of them. I think both teams have been impressive. And thank you for Jay and Lenopal for putting this together and having this wonderful viewer experience. Thank you for all the teams and players participating in this event. And thank you for all of you guys that are watching at home. So, looks like we got into the game and we are seeing some of our picks here. Excited to see what bands we might anticipate seeing.
I'd be surprised if they don't go for the Amy ban again on red side. I think the Amy ban is definitely, it's clearly like Speedy's best character. And Speedy is definitely like the main goal. Ooh, the Dubu instead. Yeah, that works too. Biz is also like a mainstay on that team.
Yeah, it looks like they don't want to see the fortresses being put up anymore. But
But
say
now you
team.
let Kai. Now you let Kai through for Biz.
It'll be an interesting and exciting difference between the two. So now that we have Speedy changing to Juliet, Owen staying consistent on Rune.
Oh, the Atlas! Wow. Now this is a different team comp for Team Z. I think this is similar to what came out before for KCB, I believe. I think they swapped out something for the Juliet though. Let me just check.
It looks like, I believe they took out Zentaro?
No, they swapped out the Estelle. They swapped out the Estelle and Vice for the Octavia and Juliet.
Perfect, but we have Team Z starting with the first hit, getting the first pick aside. Barrier already broken, and we're starting with a really early goal.
Wow, that was a really impressive offense from Team Z there. I think, like, look how far up Atlas came there at the very end too. He was playing hyper aggressive.
But I'm excited to really see how Team KCB adjusts with this. Their team comp is again a little bit more aggressive, changing it up, realizing the tempo change of the game. So unfortunately, one being knocked out fairly quickly.
Yeah, especially on this map too, where the goals are actually, the barriers are actually quite far up in the actual field. Like the goalkeepers can actually play a lot more defensive than they would on other maps.
Looks like we had a good Sanaito coming back and making his presence being returned, just immediately adding impact of Juliet into the game. Both teams. Full barrier is opened up for Team KCB.
Yeah, a lot of low health here too. A lot of consistent damage as well for a lot of these characters. Oh, and the final goal there from SpeedyHawk is, yeah, that was a hard corner shot to defend as well.
Sanaito needing to get that level 2 as quickly as possible so he can get his ult and pressure a little bit more. So we'll see how he can recover. But again, we've seen it in game 1. The comebacks can be absolutely insane. We're only on the first match of this set here, so.
Ooh, okay. I think especially on this map, yeah, I think the Amy goalkeeper is just playing a little bit too far back with how like far up the barrier is.
Another goal coming in from SpeedyHawk, being the MVP of this set. So it'll be interesting to see the item picks here and what will be coming up. What do you reckon people will be picking up as they pick down?
I think definitely you're going for the damage item here on the Juliets. Yeah, built different and heavy impact are my two picks, definitely for the Juliets. Timeless Creator. The rune is actually also a really good pickup. That rune circle, I don't know the name of it, has been like kind of a really good offensive piece this entire tournament so far. It's just super annoying to play into. And of course you get the big fish as well for the Atlas for those really big shields.
All team players on Team Z getting the big items, getting things bigger, trying to be more nuisances and being very annoying and being as annoying as possible for Team KCB.
Look how big that Atlas is now as well with just one item. That's gonna be a pain to deal with. Ooh, nearly the double knockback there as well. KCB super low.
I love the aggression that is coming out of Juliet on Team KCB. Sanaito really putting up the pressure a little bit more, and you see that now that he has his ulti, just the impact that he's having a little bit more here. A little bit slow on the pickup, but it's fine, and they'll recover as they continue to just get used to the items and as they continue.
A lot of ball chasing from Team KCB's side, but when you look at Team Z's side, it's a lot of like being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, I completely agree. The aggression from Team Z just really still moving forward. SpeedyHawk just being really back in their face, being really as annoying as he can be.
Biz here, yeah, Biz is playing really impressive this game, I think. I didn't know Biz had this good as an Atlas, but I think it's to be expected from the goalkeeper team. Ooh. Oh,
yeah, as Jay mentioned, Biz has been known as the best goalie going into it, and he's kind of really showing his picks here.
I definitely think the KCB side goalkeeper just needs to play a little bit further up. I think playing behind the barriers just because like you're throwing away your major defense as seen here. I just don't think there was a way to defend that.
Another goal from Speedy. I believe that might have been a hat trick for the set, scoring all 3. MVP again.
Wow. Isn't that 2 hat tricks in a row? Didn't he get all 3 in the first round as well?
Oh man, if that's the case, then I'm really rooting for KCB to really put a stop here. Can you go ahead and predict the items again? I
think Twin Drive on the Atlas is really good. Stacks on Stacks is a classic pickup for Rune. Again, both the damage items, the Juliets is what I'm expecting, and obviously Deadeye for Amy is obviously the best choice here because she's got the most range out of everyone in the game. Ooh, but Empowered Special on Juliet for Red Side is also... That's an interesting pickup because, like, you're only level 2, so you don't have the most powerful ult, so hopefully it makes up for a bit of the level difference they've got so far.
I really like the item pickup from KCB there, the Surge. I think movement speed on Octavia is really what kind of carries her, and as long as she has that speed and she can keep those buffs up a little bit longer and keep hitting that core, I think getting those kind of item pickups is what's really going to make a comeback in this game for us.
I will say, I like what I'm seeing from Team KCB here in this round. Like, they're playing a lot more further up. I think they've learned from their previous 2 rounds. Like, they're collecting the ball a lot faster as well.
It's almost like they were listening to you, and all of a sudden you see Amy really switching it up, playing more forward. It doesn't prove as successful in immediate, but I think we saw the delay in the goal here. Really, they're starting to come together as a team a little bit more, playing that aggression, so it's really exciting to see the changes in the switch.
Speedy's still just scoring now. I think Speedy's definitely the MVP in this match so far.
As long as he may be the MVP, but Team KCB is still holding it on strong. Needing to catch up in the levels as best as they can. You're right, Team Speedy is really showing, or not Team Speedy, excuse me, SpeedyHawk in general is just showing a very strong performance.
Yeah, I think Speedy just understands how strong of a level difference he has at this point, and he's kind of abusing how much he can build up his meter so he can get constant puck flips and stuff. I think the level difference is now it's so far at this point that it's a bit too impactful. But I still think KCB is performing a lot better than the score may show.
I think KCB is still... I think it's really impressive actually to see the level differential that is happening and occurring, but still being able to play off such a fight. They are unfortunately 1 goal from being knocked out in this set.
Well, open goal for Team Viz here though.
They are coming back so strong, they are fighting so vigorously, and it's looking actually pretty good for them right now. I think it is actually so impressive to see the level differential, and for them to open up the goal in the fashion that they did.
Great kick there.
Goal is now open for Team KCB as well. Well, great news is Team SpeedyHawk did not get all 9 goals. We got 8. But very impressive showing. Team KCB putting up a strong fight though. The level differential was there. It is exciting to see it. The way that they stayed in the game, just tried their effort was phenomenal to see. So it may have been a quick game. We'll go ahead and take a look at the standings now as a group with the updated standings. Team Z 3-0ing.
Team Z 3-0. I think especially with that, although it is a bit counterintuitive, but it is important to consider when it comes to tiebreakers that when it comes to tiebreakers, you need more goals to win on a tiebreaker. So having prolonged games that go to multiple sets is kind of better, but I do think Team Z is the one coming out of Group A here.
You're definitely, I agree with you on that point. But moving on to the next segment now, we have a quick ad break that we're going to go into. Stay tuned, and there's more exciting matches to come.
Get Good is a medical supplement that helps bad players see improvement. Getting Good is an easy-to-use daily pill supplement that makes you a better player, and it works as long as you put in the time into wanting to get better.
Ever since I started getting good, I haven't dropped a single goal. Ever since I've been getting good, I've hit the rank from rookie to high rookie within matters of days. Ever since I started getting good, facial hair started growing out of my face. And I'm Asian. Ever since I've been getting good, I've been complaining less, my life has been better, I started touching grass, and I don't blame my teammates anymore, even though I deserve to be an Omega tier. My teammates are holding me back. You know how that.
Get Good is a daily supplement that improves you, the player, into the player that you were always meant to be, Omega tier. This pill doesn't guarantee that you'll meet good players, but deep down in your heart, you know that you're a true and blue Omega tier striker that's only held back by your awful teammates, and that you're a challenger player at heart. This should not be the first pill treatment to use if you are not born with Korean genes, or for mothers who are pregnant, as you run the risk of your child sounding like Twitch chat on birth. This daily supplement will also not help if you stack on top of the goalie. Please stop stacking on top of the goalie. Get Good is not an actual medical pill, and you should probably just spend time practicing in the game with the intent of getting better, focusing on areas that you seem to be struggling with gameplay-wise, instead of trying to find shortcuts to getting better.
Hey, want to play some Omega Strikers ranked? Sure, I'm down. Awesome. Though, it would be nice to have a third.
Hey guys, can I join in?
Yeah, sure. We just,
He's a doo-boo player.
Yeah, we just filled up.
But you just said you needed a third.
Well, yeah, it's just that, we... Look, man, it's nothing personal. It's just, we want to rank up. That's okay.
I understand.
The prior footage you just witnessed is one of the many examples of every year Dubu players being oppressed.
But you can call now and make a difference. 20 cents is all it takes.
20 cents is all it takes. Would you say no to that face?
Get Dubu players the help they need. Like buying another character.
Don't hesitate before it's too late.
I'm doing my part.
Are you? Call 1-800-DUBU! Fuck. I'm on a beach. Okay.
That was perfect frame though.
No, Sam! No! That was the one!
Perfect. Now we are joining into Game 5. Team KCBBryan, the cat enthusiasts, back at it again. Hopefully they can win this last match out for and see how they can do. And we have Team GSX with Ginkgo, SuperScienceSensei, and Xerzal. And we'll be excited to see I want to go over the picks for us here.
The Dubu ban after seeing that ad, honestly disgraceful.
How could I possibly not address the ads really quickly? Don't forget to pick up your guys' copy of and editions of Get Good and call that 1-800 hotline for Dubu.
Ooh.
Giving you guys some nice little freebies here before.
I think. Okay, I think the Amy and Estelle with the Juno goalkeepers. I think the watch here. That is a very. Oh, never mind. It's not an Estelle. Oh, it is an Estelle. I think that's the thing to watch here. That is a very both range-based team and quite a defensive team as well.
We have some new characters. Yeah, sorry, apologize. We have some new picks in here as well. We have Juno finally showing herself, not being banned by Team Z, and also Drakkar. It's a goalie.
Yeah, I think that Juno was an interesting pick. I do think Juno is definitely a character that can is very strong into players who do not know exactly how she works 100%. Ooh, bit of an aggressive play there on the Juno as well. That is probably the bad thing.
Barriers and gates open on both teams. I love seeing the aggression that we got to see out of Team KCB.
Great save.
Amazing save from Sanaito there. Hitting Gerald. Let's see who gets the favor. The black hole in the middle. Absolutely going crazy.
I think definitely I'm going to have a prediction here. I think the black hole is going to be the MVP of this game.
Gerald, to clarify.
Yeah, Gerald, to clarify, yes. This map is very, it's both probably the most fun map and the most fun. And both gates open here for Team KCB.
Oh, Team Gerald not being in the favor of Team KCB, barely missing that barrier.
Just a knock in there as well, that's unfortunate. Ginkgo did say in one of the outbreaks that his best character was Juno, and I think this is the best Juno, sorry not the best, the first Juno we've seen out of Ginkgo here, so interesting to see how it goes. Ooh, is that double gates? Unfortunately a double gates for Team KCB here, just at the bounce with the wall. Coming out with the Amy ult to try and get something back. And, knock in by the Octavia there as well.
First set, unfortunately, not going in the favor of Team KCB.
I do think Team KCB is either overextending a little bit too much or playing a bit too defensively in certain scenarios. And it's just allowing the midfielders of Team GSX to just take control of that ball and tap it in.
See, Vika, I think you need to make up your mind. Last time you told them they need to go more up. Now you want them more back. I need you to make up your mind, man. This is.
I mean, it depends where the ball is. What am I meant to say?
Last game, we can't have these contradicting comments.
I think, okay, it is a bit contradicting, but in certain scenarios, I think if you're pushing way too far up, especially on characters like the Amy and the Estelle, where you've already used your mobility spell, you just have to run back to the ball, and when you're into an Octavia, you could just sprint past you. I don't know. 2 barriers down here, one for both sides. Gerald is still up, annoying everyone. Ooh, second barrier down here for KCB as well. Oh, unfortunate on the miss there on the elusive, or on the puck fit. Oh, just unfortunate there for Team KCB.
Gerald really not being in the favor of Team KCB in this situation here, but I really like seeing their aggression and the change of the
Damn, double barrier again for KCB.
But they opened up on both sides on the other side. Team KCB back at it again, really opening up the map. Sanaito unfortunately missing the puck, barely just by millimeters once again.
I am really liking this Octavia pick here. I think, yeah, I'm really liking this Octavia pick. I think the movement is just, it's really strong into both an Estelle and an Amy, where they just can't get back.
Oh, opening up one side of the barrier. Team KCB, 1-to-1 on both sides. Oh, SuperScienceSensei blocking that barrier, really
Great
slime
slime placement. Great slime placement from both Junos here. Probably some of the most annoying slime placement I've ever seen. This is
open, one man down, both sides open. Unfortunately, the timing was not there for Team KCB.
Damn, that was unfortunate. That was a really good knock in there as well. The goals weren't even fully out yet.
Timing wasn't there, but if you want to go ahead with item predictions again.
I think. Ooh, these are some. weird spread of items here. You've got both the ranged ones and the aerial and Deadeye. Definitely, well, Big Fish on the Octavia is an interesting pick. I think the Amy and Estelle are going to go for the ranged items here. Juno's probably going to go for the bulk up and the Monumentalist, and then I don't know what Drekar goes here. What does he go? He goes for the Orb. Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, especially on with the invisibility, he can just like sweep up orbs in the midfield and just, I guess, increase them for his team. I think orbs are really important for boosting your meter, so you get more puck flips as well.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if I necessarily agree with that item pickup. As the goalie, I don't know if you really want to be moving out too much. Gerald really not. Gerald finally being inside of Team KCB and opening up at least one barrier, but suddenly I didn't even notice. But the goals are open.
Double open goals here. Frostcaden
Go
really
ahead
low as
and
well.
progressing with the aggression from Team KCB, moving up. Unfortunately, losing another man down.
Frostcaden down.
The KCB really putting on the pressure still. Sanaito moving out of the goal of Maven, a little aggressive. I understand the logic though, really wanting to make that play, being a man down, wanting that to really just move out of the goal. Unfortunately, the reverse effect in this situation.
I will say, Team Ginkgo here has a very interesting team comp, but it is working really well. I think their mix of both offense and defense is very it's a lot better than I thought it would be from specifically these three characters.
The way that team
great goal there.
Team GSX has been able to score some of these goals, and they immediately get that knockout and an elimination so early on into the round that it's very surprising to see how much synergy and like practice that they have with this unique comp that they're running right now.
Great clutch up by the slime there to knock the first barrier down for Team KCB, but unfortunately they get both of theirs down as well. Gerald is up here in a little bit, see how that goes. But I think, I will say the Estelle and Amy here I do think are playing a little bit better, but unfortunately they get scored on again. And
How do you stop those slimes?
Yeah,
unfortunately, match set being over, Team KCB being knocked out, but huge congratulations to Team GSX on the win. Getting a win under their belt.
Definitely think the Octavia was the MVP there. I think that was a very impressive Octavia, especially with the Juno as well, being just a nuisance in the midfield. Really impressive from both the Octavia and the Juno there. And I'm not gonna, not sleeping on the Drekar as well. Good keeping as well.
Yeah, I think Drekar did an amazing job goalkeeping while the barriers were open. Goals weren't coming through. Really kept his composure. Team KCB and the Cat Enthusiast showing, I think, improvement on every single match that they played. Is just a little bit better. So maybe if you just started coaching them a little bit sooner, they got your help. Maybe they would have had a better fighting chance.
Yeah, insider info.
We might need to hit Vecco up for that. But I mean, at that last goal with Juno, like, what is there to be done there?
Yeah, I think that's that's definitely the crux of picking at Juno here. Is like, I think early game she can be annoying, but she's pretty easy to deal with. But as soon as you're getting those items and those level ups, it's honestly more detrimental to get rid of the slimes than just leave them because of the amount of damage they do. And when Juno just ults and puts slimes everywhere, and especially if you've got an Octavia to just kick it in, I don't know, there's not much you can do against that.
But we see that Team GSX got their first dub, and then we're going to now see another spotlight between Xeno and Xerzal going into the next game as we go into our next little break here.
Hi, I'm Xeno. I play for We Hate Smash, consisting of me, Slow, and Mr. Meowturtle. We are all part of a Smash group called Dreamcasters, which also happens to be Xerzal would be a part of as well.
Yeah. I'm a Xerzal. I'm playing for Team GSX, which is basically Ginkgo, SuperScienceSensei, and Dovahkiin.
We met through the grapevines of the online. Xerzal plays the complete opposite of my freaking character, bro. He's a sorry, excuse my French, a Min player.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't say too much about Min. At least I'm not, spamming one move. Oh well, no, I am. But at least I don't instantly kill off that single move. So.
Oh, my fault, Mr. Arms, bro. You feel so talented when you do F tilt, fair F tilt, fair F smash.
I do feel talented. I do.
Oh yeah, bro. I play Mr. Mishima, okay. But this isn't.
He's the same in every single game. I hit you, you die. Skillless character.
We're not here to talk about Smash, okay? We're here to talk about Omega Strikers.
I mean, it kind of turns over because you play skillless because you Mishima, and then you also play skillless because of Vice. And especially Vice. Imagine being a Vice main who can literally use literally a nuke in the middle of a stage.
Yeah, die, bro! I want you to die in Smash. I'm going to die in this game too. Who do you play in this game? Freaking Octavia and Rune?
Yeah,
you barely even play Octavia.
I played honest low tier. How bad a person can be before Slow's back breaks.
Slow's back. Oh, shut up, bro. Look, Slow's my guy, okay? But I can't hold my own. What are you gonna do for your team, bro? I don't even know the rest of your team, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
All I know you for self-scoring, bro.
Hey, I don't self-score anymore.
Oh, anymore? When did that change, bro? When we changed teams?
At least I can score goals, and I don't let them through.
Score goals too, bro. I do your job and my job well. Shut up.
I wouldn't say your job very well.
Oh, you can't even do my job if you tried.
Bro, I used to play Asher. I can do goalie well.
Well, I play goalie, bro. Shut up.
These are complete goalies because you're a goalie.
What does that have to do with anything? You never played goalie once!
Again, everyone, so much for tuning in to today's matches. And thank you again for Lenople and Jay for setting all of this up and giving us a wonderful viewer experience. So we have the standings up now. Team Z with 3 wins, clutching it up and now qualifying onto the bracket stage. Team KCB and the Cat Enthusiasts unfortunately being knocked out. But thank you so much for showing up, showing you guys the best game and really showing up and putting a show for the viewers here today. Much appreciated and really couldn't say further thanks. Now we have Team We Hate Smash and Team GSX for this final game of the day will actually be the decider match of who goes on as the second seed going into this bracket and playoff stage. So super exciting match. It'll be exciting to see between Team We Hate Smash and Team GSX who will take the cake going on. What do you have a prediction for this going into this, Becca?
I don't know. This is actually a really hard one. If we're just basing it off score, I do think We Hate Smash is a little bit it's probably the more likely prediction, but I don't think Team GSX is out. This is probably going to be a really close match.
This is almost like a Cinderella story. It's almost like a fairy tale in the making, the way that the script is really just adding up and following it through the play. But we got a really exciting final match, and both teams going into it really fighting for their life here, making sure that one of the teams qualify. So it'll be interesting to who takes the cake, and I like your perspective on. I don't know. It's exciting to see what we'll be going into in this final game.
I do think in this final game, both teams have seen enough of how each other teams play, and I think you can make some pretty educated bans here as well. So we're gonna have to see how the draft goes.
Do you think Juno might be the most hated character in the game? Like that last goal, like what are you supposed to do versus that? Seeing all those slimes and getting it scored in, like as a commentator, I'm infuriated.
I think Juno
KCB get knocked out in that fashion.
I think Juno's is easy to shut down early. I think if you get ahead of a Juno, she's not much of an issue. But if you're gonna just let her scale and get those items, especially if you're playing team comps where only 1 or 2 characters on either team are fighting over those size items, then I don't know. I think she can scale pretty well, and then she's just a pain. Especially with like fast-moving skirmish characters like Octavia as well, and Drekka having the long-range ultimate and also the disengage on his W. I don't know. That was a I think if I'm gonna make a prediction about it, I think while Team We Hate Smash has probably had some of the better plays in this tournament so far, I think the drafts that we've seen out of Team GSX have been slightly better in my opinion. We should be starting now. We just had a little bit of an error. Sorry for the wait.
Small technical difficulties. We are seeing the characters in the pre-pick phase now. We have, again, now for the final game of this final match.
We're getting the Vice out of Xeno here again, probably. Yes, and they are going for the Juno ban. They have heard the outcry, the anguish of this character, but also the Rasmus ban as well. That is a very targeted ban for the slow. So
I'm curious to know, if we didn't do the player spotlights, if with Jay's comment earlier after those plays about him being the best Rasmus, would it have been banned? I'm curious to know if there was some inside info due to those comms being leaked by the casters.
An Alice pick out here too. This is going to be really interesting. So no Drekgar for Team GSX here, but the Octavia again. And seeing a very similar team comp to what we saw in the first two games for Team We Hate Smash. And an Estelle pick as well. So we're seeing a very, very different team comp for GSX, but probably just a tried and true for WHS.
And we are finally diving into this last match of We Hate Smash versus Team GSX. Excited to see how this one goes. Tiebreaker qualifying match.
Ooh. Very aggressive from both teams here. Good stop by the Octavia. Vice goalkeeper as well is very strong at the moment.
Atlas goalie for the other side. Slower start to the game on both sides, playing both very outside. Suddenly we have a bit of a movement in from Vice. Quick teleporting back. ScienceSensei really playing this goalkeeper cool.
Damn, unfortunate.
Couldn't keep on to the unfortunate to the pressure that was produced by Team GSX.
Yeah, there's a very difficult map as well for keepers, because as soon as it gets behind the barrier there, it's basically impossible to stop from bouncing in. And the goal there as well, knocked in from slow. Yeah, I think the Juliet's going to be a little bit of a pain here as well. We've already seen slow on it before, I think in the first game, and it was a menace. So
on Team GSX's side, I love their team comp. They have a really aggressive Estelle that can move around pretty swiftly and kind of get in those corners and knock back multiple times. And then we have Octavia that's going to be really playing the aggressive, but Ginkgo getting really low, really early, not even level 2 quite yet.
Ooh, this Juliet's on the hunt. Oh, Octavia moving up here too. Ooh, great save there from the Atlas. Another one too. Really impressive goalkeeping so far in this match. And the knockout! Okay.
2v2. Is this the first 2v2 that we've seen
I think this is.
all tournament? ScienceSensei taking it slow, getting his man advantage, now having the 3v2.
We've got a lot of puck flips here on both teams. Oh, great ult there from Xeno.
Getting the barrier open though on a 2v1. Ginkgo really looking for his level 2 here. Really needing to touch that.
So close. Great flip.
Puck flip. SuperScienceSensei really showing his value as a goalie throughout this tournament. I think it's really impressive to see. I think a lot of eyes have been on Bismix for his impressive goalie making, but really ScienceSensei has impressed, I think, so many of us throughout this. With a crazy goal from
that was insane. Wow, what a dude! That was impressive. I think Team We Hate Smash there got a little bit focused on knocking out Xerzal's, but wow, it was still a really impressive goal.
I would just like to point out that I was really praising Sensei there. Suddenly a goal was made, so I think the goal buff, the caster buff is definitely.
Yeah. No caster curse here, just caster buff. Getting a bit of the elusive
opening up the barrier, open goal for Team We Hate Smash.
Xeno's got flipper as well.
The pressure that Team We Hate Smash really put is on though. really hard to defend, but Sensei really putting up the defense and playing his role.
A lot of damage too. A lot of damage coming out from We Hate Smash. The Amy and the Juliet combined are just, they're menaces when it comes to just knocking you off the stage.
This event being the qualifier, or with this match, excuse me, I think we're seeing Xeno just a little bit slow to get to that puck there.
Good knock in by Ginkgo there as well. Using the Estelle, I think, Q? I'm not, I don't know her abilities, I haven't bought her yet, I'm poor. But we'll see how this goes.
First touch going to Xerzal. And we have them aggressing.
Good knockback there too.
Ulti unfortunately doesn't completely do the damage that we need to. But the pressure that's being put on Ginkgo is quite unfortunate. Ginkgo's trying to get in, make some space. Not really able to get on that puck. Juliet really, unfortunately, been knocked out quite a few times. But oh, Xeno with some crazy saves.
Xerzal was 1v2ing there for a while too. Oh, everyone's so low there on Team Ginkgo. Great ult out from the Atlas.
Amazing ulti from Sensei.
Ooh, bouncing a lot from the walls in the middle here too.
Elusive needing to be used. Ginkgo picking up an orb. It's a really scary situation right now for Team GSX. Every player really low, including the goalie. Sensei really doing the amazing goal from Slow there, finding his
double. It was a double knock in there too. Knocked both of them back there. The dash through as well. Seen a lot of that so far this tournament from Slow as well. Very impressive mechanics.
Slow showing, he said during one of the ad breaks that no one knows him, but he's starting to make a name for himself.
Although, yeah, I will say Slow did immediately just get knocked out. So
I guess the caster curse is on Slow.
Ooh, barrier down as well for Team WHS.
This is now match point. Next goal will determine and decide. The pressure is there. Slow putting it on the other side. Goal open for both teams. One.
Ginkgo's super low here. No ult on Atlas either.
This first set has been an absolute nail biter. Xerzal putting up the pressure, now being on Team GSX's side. We Hate Smash needing to put on the pressure.
Good passing here too.
Oh, and he barely misses the puck. Sensei letting him giving up the last goal.
It didn't have his abilities there either because he had to use them for the other side. That's just some really bad timing there.
I would like to highlight both goalies. Sorry, not to take away from the game-winning goal there, but both goalies really putting up a fight and really helping their team, making sure that these rounds are honestly going quite a while. So quite impressive from both sides. But item predictions, Becco?
Timeless Creator, yeah, I was going to say Timeless Creator out for Atlas, great pick. We've got, honestly, movement speed on the characters and the movement speed, damage on Juliet. Yeah, this is probably expected. We've got to go with a quick strike there on the Amy and the Estelle just because there's not really great items here or anything else. Glass Cannon is okay, but with how the match is going already, everyone's just getting pummeled. So I don't think Glass
I'm
Cannon
quite surprised more people didn't pick Quick Strike there, except for, the obvious pick to me is Timeless Creator on Atlas, but I think Quick Strike was quite beautiful on everyone, so...
no, I think Aerials is also a pretty good pickup for the range characters there too. I think you can if you can impact more of the map than the other person on the other team, then you just have more control. Oh, and a knockout there from Slow.
Slow knocking him out there. Sensei really putting on the defense though. Xeno pushing up with the aggression. Back on his spawn though, really showing his mechanics and his knowledge on fight. Another goal from Slow, putting it in.
Xerzal just spawned in there. That was unfortunate. It's like spawning in and just watching the goal happen.
Sensei's putting up a great fight, defending the goal, but we're really seeing the pressure that's being put on by We Hate Smash. Showing them mental fortitude. Goal touching and opening up there. Almost didn't seem like it could even happen. Xeno from the opposite end, goalie in the other goal post, putting up a lot of pressure.
Yeah, Xeno is really... this Vice is really impressing me with how Xeno can just teleport halfway across the map, do all the damage and go back. Like, some really good mechanics here too.
Sensei pushing it back on the other side, not letting it too much. Amazing barrier being put up. But the ulti just too much to really put up on a fight. Xeno really putting up the pressure as a goalie on the other side. This this set around, it's quite hard to deal with in my view.
I was going to say, on the item screen, we did see that both of the goalies are the top of the EXP board for both teams. So definitely a goalie-centric game here. Yeah.
Zeno again in the face, taking a quick game set on number 2. Very impressive coming out. Zeno really putting on the pressure in that game too. I think that's really big to highlight.
Ooh, great suite of items here, well, from a Luna perspective. Specialized training being the infinite is really, I think everyone's going to want that. Yeah. Stinger on Amy's not bad. I think missile propulsion would probably be better on her though. Big Fish, great pickup for Juliet because she's just going to be annoying. Missile propulsion on Estelle, also a good pick. Yep, and then what do we got here for the? And yeah, okay, yeah, specialized training as well. Specialized training's, how annoying is this Vice going to be now with that ult doing so much damage?
He's already been so aggressive on the other end, but I think the adjustment that Team GSX needs to make here is maybe trying to take not as much damage, positioning around that a little bit better for them, just so they're not getting knocked out and getting that man discipline. Huge elusive from Xerzal there to keep himself alive, even though slow was really in his face trying to knock him out.
No, bit of a late back there on Zeno. I reckon a bit faster could have stopped that there, but damn!
Opening up the barrier, open barrier on both sides now. Open goal, first goal. Momentum kind of being on the favor of We Hate Smash, but I would like to point out that Team GSX did get that open barrier first. Barely getting in past, slow putting on the pressure.
Very spread out there too. Both teams are very spread out. And then I think just Team WHS just collapsed faster on the ball, and that's why they got the goal there. Ooh, opening from Ginkgo.
Opening up the pressure, opening up the map. Zeno again, just from the other end, opening up the map and showing what he can do.
This Vice is very oppressive.
He's really showing his talents on Vice in this final set, or in this qualifying match.
Great ricochet
putting it on the line.
Both goals open though. This is comeback story. Damn, just got it in there too. Bit spread out there.
The situation's tough. We have Vice playing really well right now. Zeno putting on the pressure. SuperScienceSensei doing the best that he can. Looks like they're playing Xerzal a little bit back to help defend a little bit here, going into this potential game 3. Is this set 2 or 3?
This is set 2. So yeah, the last goal here would win. But I think the main issue here is they just need to keep Juliet out, and then the final goal there from Amy. Unfortunate.
Sensei unfortunately missing that last one, but congratulations to Team We Hate Smash qualifying into the playoffs. What a showing.
Wow.
I think a huge shout out to Zeno putting on that pressure from Vice.
That was probably the best Vice I've ever seen. I was always a bit mixed on the character, but now I get it. I fully understand why people love this character now.
Amazing performance for both sides, but now we can take a look at the standings here. Team Z again 3-0 today out of the group stage. Team We Hate Smash 2-1, GSX 1-2, and Team KCB and the Cat Enthusiast unfortunately going 0-3, bottom 2 being knocked out. But congratulations to Team Z and Team We Hate Smash qualifying into the next stage.
Really impressive games. Really like this was super cool. There was some great gameplay there too.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for showing up and the players coming through and making sure that this event could happen. Again, thank you to the organizers. And thank you again for all the players and the teams for showing up and putting on a great showing and great games for everyone to watch. We're going to go into some interviews now for you guys, and we'll see you guys soon.
Alrighty, that was some insane stuff. Seeing those matches, that comeback during the first match, jeez. So today we are here with the winners of Group A, Bismix, SpeedyHawk, and OhWhen. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing great.
I'm doing
right,
pretty
Biz?
good.
Owen had to go. He had to take off, but I'm sure he gives his well regards.
Panda Express didn't sit well.
Tell me a little bit about your thoughts on the first day. How are we doing? How are we feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
Yeah, Bis, you can handle it. You're the team captain.
Wait, what? No, no. I'm passing it back to you.
Okay, so I gotta say, everyone played their hearts out. Huge respect to all of our opponents, especially Team We Hate Smash. You guys are actually cracked, and we hope you lose tomorrow in the semifinals so we don't have to face you later. But good games.
That was intense, guys. Seeing you play almost like a well-oiled machine, watching your chemistry together. Can you explain to me a little bit of your thought process behind these things?
Well, Bis, you can take this one.
Okay. We didn't really have any practice, but that's okay because I don't think they were ready for it, and it caught them off guard. Yeah, OhWhen was kind of our wild card.
We played maybe like 8 games with Owen before the tournament, but Bis and I played a lot together, so
that is true.
We have synergy. Owen was kind of just like giving us his positive energy, and I think, just because I've been friends with Owen for so long, we've been playing games for so long, we just had that natural synergy that it all clicked.
No, you guys could definitely tell with the passes you and Owen were doing during the midfield, but I gotta be honest, Bis, you were stressing me out watching you go to midfield being goalie at the same time. I was sweating for
Sometimes Dubu has to go out there, and you got to Doob all over them. I was getting ready to get out of my chair and do the Dubu dance, but
no, your
unfortunately...
Atlas was crazy too.
Oh yeah, Atlas. I'm sad they banned Dubu. Like, why? Why? Just let me play, please.
So, tomorrow you're definitely gonna play again. How are we feeling about that? Is there anything you want to say to your future opponents?
Big 3. Bis and I and Owen, we're all calling you out. You guys are punks. You're not even gonna make it. We know that Team Raisin with an ST can do better than the entire group. Right, Bis?
I mean, he's not with me, so yeah, I don't know this guy.
So if there's any team other than We Hate Smash you don't want to see going up tomorrow, who is it gonna be?
We've only played against Raisin with an ST, so
that is true.
By default, it's gonna be.
It's gonna be Raisin with an ST. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how the other teams do. I'm excited to see the matches.
Definitely. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys so much for playing. You guys were killing it on the field, and I mean killing it. I think I think that's gonna be it for the interview. Let's go back to Jay and Lynn Opal.
Goodbye, everyone.
All right. So that was the interviews. Thank you to all our players for coming in today. That was a great set of matches.
That was intense. Yeah.
Absolutely insane. Even though we did see like a lot of 3-0s today, I feel like a lot of them were really close. Like if if wins were slightly different, we would have seen this tournament play out in an entirely different way.
I mean, I feel like if we just had a little bit more time to work with and just was able to do best of 3s, we would have been able to see kind of a lot more adaptations come through. But like, despite all of that, I feel like every single team still came out, showed up, and really, really the fruits of their effort have really shown.
Yeah, our teams have been practicing for the last month. They've been putting in the hours, putting in the work, learning this game basically from scratch. I only think like Biz was there playing in the beta test. So for the majority of these players, this is a fresh game. and frankly speaking, they've done fantastic.
Yeah, it's been a real pleasure playing with a lot of these guys, and just being able to really learn their play styles, and then coming here, seeing a bunch of the players that I didn't get to play with and seeing their play styles. It's been a huge blast.
Yeah. So to end off our wonderful day one, we have Team Z and Team We Hate Smash moving on to the finals, which is gonna happen on day 2, aka tomorrow. Do you want to tell us a bit more about that, Jay?
Yeah. For day 2, we have Team Raisin with an ST, Team